All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Have to hype myself up. Hopefully, it got you bouncing. You know, it's early. Well, I guess 11's not too early, but it's early for some, it's late for others. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this wonderful world of life. So, I done danced myself into a frenzy and now I have to catch my breath. Hopefully you've heard me this whole time. Oh, I'm glad. Hi. So let me get started. I just want to go through and look at some of the comments that have been here since the beginning. Church Nelly, hello. Holistic Living with Abby Stalker Mom. Hopefully you're still around. Hello. She has a great channel. Everybody, check her out. Hi, Elaine. How are you? How's the weather over in the UK? I won't ask how the temperature of the media is, but, and that's everybody speaking to one another. Oh, yes. We're going to get to that. That's the first topic that we're coming to, Nelly. Yes, yes. I saw a message. Somebody actually left a message for me on my one of my posts about them being citizens. But anyway, it was hysterical. I did respond to them because I was in the mood that day. Hi, Fancy Fancy. Let's see who else we have moving fast. Hey, Kay Casello, how are you? Hi, Anna. Hope you're feeling good today. I know that it is just a new day. Sometimes the pains stick with us, but hopefully you're feeling better. All right. Y'all are really going with these comments. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. All right. So I'm going to do some jumping because I see the same names. I just want to see if hey, Mike, how are you? Mike. I always want to say Mike, but I'm trying to break my habit of saying Mike. You just made chicken wings and mac and cheese with sweet. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, okay. Yeah. All righty. Sylvia, how are you? Just want to grab some more names. If I see a Kenneth, hello, hello. I'm scrolling quick. Donna, hello. Hilda, hello. How are you? Spotless Claim, hello. I mean, Spotless Calm, how are you? Sorry about that. I'm reading so fast. Okay, so first I want to show this. This is, let me find the last comment that I clicked on so that I can hide. Okay, there we go. So disclaimer under the copyright section 107, anything shown here is for the purposes of comment, criticism, etc. Just need to do that just in case. And I always love to show this because this is what Harry and Meghan are all about. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. So first topic that I have today, as we in the Sussex Squad have heard all about, this week, Meghan dropped a letter, and it's from the office of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but the letter is signed by Meghan, requesting, if it's requesting, urging, somewhat demanding, prodding the Senate and Congress to get it together and have paid family leave for all. And I thought that was awesome. There is a link that I'm going to hopefully be able to drop in the chat. I don't know what's the last thing that I, no, but let me see if I can get to it. Okay. There is the link, and I'll pin that if I can. Maybe not. Oh, I have to go through my phone. All right, we're just gonna kind of go. But I dropped it in the chat for everybody, the link to the letter. It's about a 2-page letter. And it is so eloquently written. It is definitely a surprise. I don't know if everybody else was surprised, but I was happily surprised. This is something that I won't ever be able to take advantage of, but it makes me happy that future generations may. So don't mind me. It's been one of them days, but we as the United States of America really need to say, if we're the leaders of the world, we need to show forth that we lead in even the policies that we have. It's kind of pathetic that in this country we don't have paid leave outside of companies that may offer it here and there and in certain states that are generally blue, but that's another story here or there. So, but I dropped the link. Definitely take a look at it. Here is, for those of you who might want to write it down, it's an entire website. And it is awesome. It is an awesome, awesome letter. Now let's discuss the effery around that letter being sent. So those of us in Squad know that it has caused such a firestorm, and you would wonder why a letter by a U.S. citizen to the Senate and Congress leaders would cause such a firestorm. Like, people were in their feelings in the UK media over this letter. Number one, Meghan is an American citizen. She never renounced her citizenship. It is our right as citizens to be able to write elected officials, whether they're state, local, or in DC. So she has the voice, if you understand what I'm saying, the voice that many millions will listen to. And why not be the advocate? Madam Duchess is the advocate. Why not be the advocate for paid family leave? I don't understand how anyone could be so upset. You know, I had someone leave a message, and I should have put the screenshot up here, but it was just like, you know, we should take their citizenship. And I'm like, okay, firstly, it doesn't work that way. And she's a citizen. Harry's a citizen of the UK, and I'm sure he's here legally with all his paperwork. And why are you so upset if you... I don't follow the people, the other folks that live in the palaces around the UK. I don't follow them like that. So I don't get why people that hate her so much they just latch on to everything she says or does. One good thing about that, though, I know, and I had covered about, hating Meghan Page. One thing is they're free press for her. Every little thing she does, they're on it, they're ranting about it. And even if, Sussex Squad may not be aware of it right away, yeah, we find out and we take it and we run with it. But it just is amazing to me that they hate her so much. She's married to him. Get over it, everybody. It's going on almost 4 years. Get over it, everybody that hates her. So, yeah, they can kick rocks. I saw a comment scrolling. Oh, yes, Church Nelly. They should have their minds. This is what they should be focused on with Brexit and all that other stuff. Stop focusing on Meghan, because it's generally not even Harry. They make Harry out to be this weakling, which he's far from that. A man that supports his wife, the mother of his children, without feeling diminished, that's a man. That's a strong, wonderful, loving man. So I hope that there is some good and that there is some response, positive response from DC, that they will start moving towards trying to get a paid family leave in place. Truly, for families in the future that could benefit from it, yes. And maybe in my next life when I come back, and I'm working on my, 15th child, with paid family leave, it's always wonderful. Anyway, let me get off that. Okay. We've discussed the letter. And I want to move in, as we all know, Invictus is coming. So for those of you who may not be aware, Harry created the Invictus Games, which were postponed because of the pandemic. It was supposed to occur in The Hague, and that's where I believe they have not changed sites from my understanding. And just on the 16th marked 6 months until the games kick off. So hopefully everything works towards no other postponements occurring, although we know that they did that to keep everybody safe, especially knowing that the population that participates in the Invictus Games are ones that just have to be a little extra careful. So, you know, they do have underlying issues and situations, and you can't be, you really need to be as safe and thoughtful as possible when you're putting together events like this. So I'm going to try and play the little clip that was. Yay. So April 16th through the 22nd of 2022 will be the Invictus Games. And for those of us here in the United States, in case you didn't see it, Team USA also tweeted out on the 17th about it. And we're, you know, fingers crossed, all that the pandemic, the virus will allow everybody to at least come together for this event. It's a great thing, not just for their physical, showing their physical abilities, but mentally, the training that these athletes go through, as many of you are well aware of. So I'm going to go check out some of your comments on this. Are any of you planning on attending? I know those that may be already in Europe. Are you planning to attend? I would love to, but I'm so bad with not traveling right now. Hi, Yaya girl. Or Ya girl Lala, I should say. I'll get names correct. She cracks me up. I won't even call her a reporter. She just cracks me up. I'm just going to show some of your comments. I really would love to go. I do hope they show it, not just Netflix, but like one of the cable stations or networks picks it up. That really would be awesome to me if they could. So, well, there you go, Catherine. Snap. There you go. Oh my goodness. Hey, Youngling. Welcome. You know, it's one of those. I don't know. Why don't they just get a life is somewhat what I wanted to say, but I'll be nice. Hey, Knowledge TV. You need to do your Googles. You do that. You do your Googles. Welcome. Good to see you. Hello, Rashpruti Family Vlog. Hello, hello. Yeah, hopefully ESPN does show it. One of the many thousand ESPN channels will be dedicated just for, I mean, I'll flip to the BBC if they air it, but yeah. All right. Yep. Hopefully the numbers will maintain, so to speak. So I didn't have anything in particular for Squaddie Corner, but I do want to highlight um, this particular message that was left on the Sussex Squad podcast. And just remember Tina and Michelle in your prayers. Losing loved ones, especially now, and it's difficult to be with them, is a very, very difficult thing. And so, many people expressed their opinions when they said they were not going to have the broadcast tomorrow, and there's just life happens. So just remember them in your prayers and thoughts, and send them lots and lots of virtual hugs and love and all that, so that they get through this, because it is difficult. And it's coming up in another week or so when my mother passed, so that it'll be a year. And yeah, I already took the day off and told them, don't even look for me. I will not be online. So just remember them. That's my Squaddie Corner for you all. So I don't have anything else in particular. I don't know if you've heard any good hot news on the street, since it's so difficult for me to get into Twitter and look around and all that stuff. So oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I will have to look. Harry, that would be him to congratulate them. And I think I did see something that they had completed the walk. And of course, he's going to congratulate them and show his support for them. Well, child, you know how dear that is to his heart. And so I did briefly see something where it said he broke down emotionally, and he showed emotion even prior, prior Well Child, and giving thanks. And those children they're just extra special. So I can understand how he feels about those two. So yes, November 10th is the Intrepid Valor Awards. So I usually do my reminder that that's coming up. Hopefully there will be some video and audio of that event, that the Intrepid Valor Awards, more than likely, given that I believe they're honoring John Bon Jovi for the song that he did. Hopefully we don't miss out on Harry performing with them. Can you imagine that, the choir and Harry performs? Yeah, that would be so cool. So someone posted something online about the Queen and coffins. Well, I mean, we know that the UK media does lurk in most of the Sussex Squad accounts. So if you are, say, Twitter, and you have responded to several different posts, whether they're the Sussex Squad podcast, or you have Henry VIII, you have Royal Sussex, you have what is it, Facts and Two Cents. they're on those, they're in their burner accounts, but they're sitting there looking for information. We have seen where Sussex Squad have joked about a particular situation, and the next day there's a headline based on that particular tweet that was a joke. The rest of us knew it was a joke, but then of course they twist it to make it out to be against Harry and Meghan. We always know that's going to happen. No matter what we say or do, if you go by, oh my gosh, they might twist this, you'll never post anything or you'll never say anything, which is their other aim, to shut people down who support them. So, you know, I tweeted out, just, I'm not falling for the sympathy, propaganda machine on, oh, she is sick and she, canceled events and she's in her upper 90s. That's going to happen. And she hadn't been doing that many engagements, events for years. So suddenly now she is. Give me a break. She'll be fine. They all want that bank holiday. Yeah, that's what I said. And I'm sticking by that one. Okay, moving right along. If I really go into a tirade, that's not too nice. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. I know everybody that's not on the East Coast or the West Coast, Midwest, and it's real early out west. So thank you all for at least being here. Well, if they don't say who it was, again, everybody has First Amendment rights. They have the Queen's funeral arrangements already plotted out. They know how they're going to go into a blackout on the media, and everybody's going to have to wear black, and everybody's going to focus on this, and everybody, yeah, but yet they want to turn around and say that the person was being rude to the Queen. Spare me. Just spare me. Did they really? They really have no sense of purpose or a life. How are you claiming to love veterans when others over there have not, many of them in the higher ranks, have not served in the military, but have all of these medals and, yeah, on uniforms that they wear? That is just for show, really. So, whatever. They're always attacking. I think by now it would be nice if they just got away from attacking everything. Just support them. You already support them by giving them free press, but support them. It's not going to stop organizations from being affiliated with Harry or Meghan, which is what their purpose is. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. That is already prepared. And if memory serves me correctly, I think when Philip was in the hospital, didn't they talk about his plans were already made and whatever? I'm not even sure. Hey, Sparkle, I'm not even sure how old. And hey, Rosa, if I didn't say hi to you before. And Patricia, I don't remember how old she is. 95, 96. Any day now. I mean, I'm not being mean. It's just that is the truth. So, and with that comes bank holiday. I think there's a week off, and yeah, it's just, there'll be nothing but that coverage. But people are snarky on their social media accounts if they want to be. It depends on what they're saying. As long as they're not attacking Harry and Meghan, whatever. The UK media, we already know what to expect from them. Meghan sends this letter, and they're all like, "Oh well, Why don't you're ghosting the UK. Ghosting the UK, they moved out of the UK because for years you were screaming for them to get out. You didn't want to pay for them anymore. You didn't want to pay for Meghan. Let's be clear on that. The UK media was screaming that Meghan should leave, go back to work, because they did not want to pay for her security or anything like that. They left, which the UK media didn't see that one coming. They thought Meghan would leave without Harry, their package. And if you ever listen to their engagement interview, which I encourage everybody to do, even now, you will get an insight into them as individuals, but also as a couple. So, yeah, people just, yes, there are the Rangers that pretend to be Squatties. There are. And then they show themselves quickly. They really do show themselves quickly, because there'll be something that happens and they'll show, oh my goodness, why did she do that? Or she shouldn't have done that, or she should be. The moment they say something that is about liking both duchesses, that's when you already know. Block and move on. Don't even engage the person, just block and move on, because you can't. The one duchess sat over there and accepted all the popular press for her tears that she actually caused Meghan to cry. But Meghan was slammed and ripped to shreds in the press for something that actually happened to her. So it's kind of crazy. I wonder why she looks so happy now. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. I just want to go through comments, read some of the comments. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to send a message and find out which one. Hopefully that's scary when you hear emergency surgery. So, Anna, you are a trooper. I give it to all of you West Coasters who get up early to join the lives and just are up, I guess, in general. You all are early risers. Early, early, early risers. I'm actually surprised that I was thinking that was the laughter, but I figured I wouldn't say anything. Um, I was actually surprised that what was going on? Something happened. See, it went right out of my head. I wasn't meant to say it because I was going to be bad. And so that thought, whoop, right out of my head. It was better probably not to have been said. Well, they make fun of, but are they like I was so baffled when I really got a good understanding of what happens. I didn't realize, because that doesn't happen here in the US, thankfully, not yet anyway, excluding one particular quote news channel, that they read tabloids as if they're news. They go through the tabloids as if that's news. I'm like, they make up stories. Like, are you kidding me? They make up stories. The fastest, craziest stuff. Yeah, they do have fake medals. I mean, I would be kind of miffed to be someone who's seen action and have to salute a royal family member just because they're the child of the queen, but never served, but have all the little bells and whistles on their chest, whatever. Hey, Scratch and Pete, how are you? Thanks for coming. Hi, Lena. Hello, Avi TV 24. Oh, thank you. So I think that, what is that? Much, much love. Shout out to all. I'm trying to get caught up on the acronyms. There's so many different acronyms in life that we have to keep up with. So they're slowly trying to break into the US media. You know, the headline, like, and it's always one of these silly headlines like cosplay, because I am not mentioning her name. Cosplay is trying to break out of the shadows of Meghan, or Meghan and Harry. She's been around, what, 20 some odd years, because you have to account for the 10 years she stalked them, hung out, dated, whatever you want to call it, lived with them and all that fun stuff before they got married. And they've been married for about 10 years, probably going on more than that. And she's just breaking out of somebody's limelight. Like, if her light wasn't shining when Meghan hit the scene, it ain't never going to shine. Let's move on. There you go. Code name for her death is London Bridge is falling down. That's right. I've read that several times. So there's when I say that they had things planned for her, the whole thing is laid out. So why would you get upset? I mean, didn't Philip have a special made hearse for to move him not even a mile? But hey, when you got other people's money to spend, why not have a specially made hearse? Moving right along. Yeah, they're after Megan, but you know, being after, they just need to give up hating on her. I don't know why they haven't realized that yet. There you go. Years in advance. And I'm sure they update them because each year that passes, you just have to make sure. I don't know if they do dry runs. Now that would be, but if they do dry runs of this process, because depending on who's on air, I think the radios have to go dark. And I don't know if they're playing just the national anthem. It's like a whole, oh, yeah. Excuse me, y'all. She counted the number of words in her letter. Like, what does that matter? What does that matter? Who's gonna? Okay. Did they read what it said though? Like, you counting words is not meaning that you're sitting there reading to get the understanding of what her letter is saying. I did see headlines that, you know, Megan indicates that she was overwhelmed with the birth of Lily. Most parents, whether they have one child or two, there is a period of being overwhelmed. And when you have a toddler and a newborn, there's a period of being overwhelmed. Although I didn't see that word in here, you get the premise of what she's saying. Yeah. They just skipped over the whole we were overjoyed and jumped right into, you know, like many parents were overwhelmed. Not to the sense of, oh my gosh, life is ending, but you bring a new life into the home and it's different. And those little buggers don't care that you haven't slept. You know, hey, 2 hours ago I was asleep. Now I'm awake and I'm ready to eat again. Get up. You do what you have to do. It's overwhelming. So, and then when you have the older one who may not be too keen on why is all the attention taken from me, I just, they're like any other family and new parents. So, and given what happened with that one particular night nurse in the UK, I don't think they have the help like people think they do. So, I know I wouldn't trust anybody around me. So, yeah, my children like that. Whew, 5:30. Oh, well, I'll say this, my eyes opened at 5 and I was like, "Not today," and tried to get a little bit more sleep, but, you know, I'm usually listening out for the dogs or it's the puppy crying, but now she kind of waits for me to start moving around, and then she's like, "Hey, let me see. What did you say?" Yeah, it, I never truly believed the story, but then I also put into context planning your wedding, the week of your wedding. There's no telling what may come out of a bride to be's mouth. And it may not be that it's meant to be harsh. And then again, it depends on the energy she's receiving. Come at me wrong, I'm just going to blurt it because people are highly stressed. You had her father, all that. So the UK media played that. I'll just say the KP staff that were directed to leak to the UK media played that particular story and twisted it. And because it never was corrected, cosplay will never have my respect until she stands on a platform with a mic and she says, "This is what really happened. Megan told the truth in that interview, and for that I apologize." Because she'll never do it. Oh, well. Yeah, he has said that he made the decision to move them. It was his family. He decided to move. She came into his world, and yeah, it was his decision, and it was the best decision, and I'm so glad that he did decide to leave with his family intact at that time and not trying to stick it out for the sake of his grandmother or quote duty quote. So you know what I mean? Like it's much more to him, life. And he's always talked about this prior to. I have looked for those video clips and I cannot find them anywhere. And that drives me absolutely batty, which I know it's probably somewhere some Sussex squatty has them in their receipts folder. But when Harry was younger and in Africa and he was talking and just about his life and what he hoped to have. So yeah. Oh, they're going to try to come over here and at some point, I'm sure. Is this when she passes that Big Ben will not, like they're going to stop it at the time that the notification's made or of the time of death? Whatever. I'm sure they'll, I'm sure the one that steps into the shoes right behind her will have that clock clicking right as quickly as he can. So, well, they're going on 4 years of marriage, 5 years together. The British public need to get over themselves with their racism. Actually, they need to deal with their racism because that's what it's all about. You wouldn't care if she was blonde or if she was British. Would it have mattered to them if she was British and biracial? Because I always look back to what is it, the Weymouths, um, Emma Weymouth, who's married to a lord. Well, he inherited the title from his father, but she's biracial. And really, really wonder if that was the situation. Oh, there you go. She's 95, 96, 97, whatever. She's blessed. She's had a long, long life. Her mother passed away, what, in her hundreds? So, yeah, Charles is going to have to just sit there and wait. Well, he's Space is doing it in a way that is obvious to those of us in the squad. But America had a war to break away from the UK. You really think we give two bleeps? I need identity withheld's button that beeps. Yeah, we don't care. in that sense. Like, sure, come over. It's people here who will pay, like the last time they came to the US, that will pay probably 10, 15 plus thousands of dollars to have dinner with them for their quote foundation. Ask them where that money is now. Moving right along. See, they do dry run. I'm gonna leave that alone. It's kind of morbid to me, but I guess I get it. But you know, I guess the one person that'll get off for that day is the bagpipe person that plays the bagpipes to wake her up. Yeah. Is that true though? Because I did read that. Is that really true that she has someone play the bagpipes each morning and that's her wake up alarm, so to speak? They are deranged. Overbite. 2 thirds. Well, they do. They're in such a cosplay is allegedly a art major who asked people while handling a Fabergé egg if they still make them still. I'll just leave that there. She ain't cranking on all cylinders. There's a way. Yep. What were his words? If you knew what I knew, if you knew what I knew, yeah. What is this? hmm Jason off, and he'll feed, pillow talk back to Woody Woot, Wooten. So it all ties back together. It all ties back together. Yeah, they can't stick with one particular hate line, so to speak. So yes, they were initially calling her a gold digger. We didn't know anything about her. She just is some Z-list, D-list actress, which if you're on a TV show, as I used to like to tell them, if she's on starring in, like her name's in the top credits of a show that is on TV and has been, and I think she was on it for 7 years, I believe. So go on with that. Besides the TIG, okay, this is a question I want to ask you. Would you all love to see the TIG rebooted and come back? Even if she called it the TIG and just kept it to, she could cover the topics that she's doing now, and I would actually love to see that, but I'm sure that probably won't happen. But you never know. You never know. She's not a working royal, and it would fit right in. Lovely. Another way of us keeping in contact and in touch with. You got it, Mrs. S. You got it. She hasn't lasted as long and dealt with however many, 4 or 5 prime ministers, probably more than that, and survived. Because, the prime ministers, when she took reign, weren't too thrilled with. Hi, Vaughn. Weren't too keen on, a woman and then having to report into her. So there you go. Oh, Kenneth, man. Okay. Much like when they got their Instagram account, I also want to see that rebooted. Change the name and because now that Instagram is blocking trolls at the IP level, change the name and come on back to IG. I mean, that would just be lovely. That would be lovely. I haven't seen, did I see cookies and cream here? You don't want to see the TIG? But if she does it differently, different format, because to me that's a great place for just like her letter, although she had a website, which I'm like, you go, create a website for it. But yeah, I know everybody, it's kind of like a split on that. That's true. Oh, and I think they could have more control. You know, hi sunshine, that is just one of those things. So it would be, you know, us, we're always looking for ways that they, she did. She was in Hallmark movies. Yep, she did a few. She was in a one or two movies, which, and she did appear on several shows. Even in the beginning of her career, I think she was on General Hospital, which, you know, back in the day was the show. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming in. There you go, Belle. There you go, Bella. There are, if you knew what I know, yeah, it's kind of, it made us all sit back like, whoa, what in the world? But yeah, I have my theories, but I've hinted at them here and there, but until the truth truly comes out, yeah. They're back on vacation. Let me skip back. They're back on vacation. They're on permanent vacation, please. They s- they s- they're never off vacation, even when they're doing events. Ask her more than two questions. Hmm. Okay. Well, she did. When you change schools, when it's announced where he was going and you purposely change schools, and then you change your major to his, especially when you leave the school that you always wanted to go to, and then, you know, come on. And the strut down the runway with the see-through dress. Come on, stalker. So she gets whatever she gets. At this point, I don't feel sorry for her when the picture that I saw of their loving glance. Okay, if that's a loving glance, I'm scared. I don't ever want to see that look from mine. So, hey, um, it would probably make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. I'm not just how I'm going to put it. So, hi, easy relaxation soothes. You're never late. Never late. I always tell people that nobody's ever late. You're always on time. So I'm gonna head over to that channel to get relaxed again, and then jump over to Spotless Calm and relax again because yes, y'all will laugh. My computer died like 12 minutes before I was supposed to go live, and this computer, love it. Got to be nice and talk nice about it, but it does take a while to load up and get back. I was losing it. I'm like, they're all going to be sitting there like, so, did she forget she has a live like I've done with some of my two, I will admit to two of my premieres that due to work, I forgot to like put them on mute and jump over into my premieres, but I couldn't do that on the live. Ooh, now that sounds good. That sounds really good. Thanks for that. Now I'm all hungry. But I will be eating junk because that's usually what I go to get. And yeah. Mhm. Oh, oh yeah, I haven't even said this. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you're one that doesn't like Harry and Meghan and you're in here just to listen, thank you for coming. Hopefully you'll hit the subscribe button. Come on back. I do, Sussex content usually on Saturdays, hence Sussex Saturday. Oh, Omid, Omid, Omid. Yeah. So, uh, what is that? She stutters so much. Well, this is a thing. I always look at, I think it's, um, what is the country? I can't think of they're Danish. I think she's the Crown Princess. Crown Princess Mary, is that the Duchess, Crown Prince Mary? Anyway, she was from Australia and she didn't know the native language and she learned it, was tutored prior to marriage, but tutored and is fluent in it. There's no excuse. I know people are nervous. We all have a little nervous bug, twitch, whatever, but you work on that, especially when you've chosen to take such a high profile position, because the marriage, that's a position, comes with it. It's not a position of power, so to speak, because as a consort, she can't lead the country. He would be leading. But anyway, I won't get into all that. Y'all don't care about all that. Y'all know that anyway. Y'all know that anyway. So, hello, Maggie. You're never late, but yes, if you'll catch the parts you missed on replay, no problem. We're just sitting here jabbering. I've gone through my few topics. Eh, Mummy's paid for a lot of things for her children. That's for sure. That's for sure. Uh, isn't that something? In love with somebody that didn't love you. They've written many love songs about that, haven't they? Oh, is it somebody in here I missed? Or somewhere else? I don't know. She sounds like it, but I don't know. Well, let me do this. Y'all probably will hear this. Take a sip of my tea on that message right there. That comment. Let me just say all the little snide stuff that the derangers say about Meghan is really deflection off of the one that they claim that they support. But if you support them, why are their charities shutting down and why is there so much, there's nothing going on. It's just like you say, there's empty shelves. Why aren't you focused on trying to turn the tide for your country? Because hating on Meghan, who's living her best life here in the United States, her home country, is so silly. It's silly. It's absolutely silly. Mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna give it. That's just nuts. Absolute nuts. All right. Any other hot topics or any other? What do I want to say? Gossip that you guys want to discuss before I shut down. Well, he needs to find somebody else to love then. And maybe that's where I end this live chat. Mm. You know what? If we were paid members, we would be living our best lives. And we would, it just, yeah, we're not paid, not in the least. Now, there are positive channels, just like the hate channels that are monetized, but that's just part of being on YouTube. And that's the way things go. But paid, mm, you know, I've not gotten a check. And heck, I worked for and assisted one of the podcasts. So, yeah, okay. That was from the members and from those that watched that helped generate the income that they were able to pay um, people to help moderate the social media accounts and stuff. So, no, Harry and Meghan don't have time to be paying us. Mm, well, monitored. Heck, they could have went to just the royal Twitter accounts and looked in the comments if somebody was really watching for the hate that was spewed on those that they never got rid of. Please watch and look at mine if you want to. I don't care. As I say in my pinned tweet, you know, it's almost like it's a dare. You sure you want to follow me? Because I don't play, and and when I have time in my day and you come at me wrong, it is what it is. So, and it's funny, I got suspended for I forgot how many hours because I was responding to someone else's tweet, and it was about PM. If I say those initials, you know who I'm talking about. And he was making some derogatory statements, and I basically went in and off, and I got suspended for like I think it was like 5 hours or 8 hours or something like that, but I was able to come right back, and I had to laugh at that. So, Elaine, thanks so much. You have a wonderful weekend. I am going to go ahead on and end it here. I think Church Nelly is leaving. Come on now. My computer's doing crazy stuff. So, lovely, lovely, lovely. There we go. All right. Bye, Church Nelly, if I missed you. Bye. All right, everyone. You are too funny. Mrs. S, you're too funny. All right, all right. All right, everybody. All right. I'm going to let you get your nature breaks in now. And Mrs. S, you have to learn if you have a phone, you're going to have to take it with you, that whole thing. But I appreciate each and every one of you. As you can hear, the puppy in the background is not appreciative of the FedEx man that's not even coming to our house. But I want to thank you. Please like, if this is your first time, I saw some names I hadn't seen before. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to come back. I do the Sussex Saturday every Saturday. Try to put it that way. This has been a rough month, but it's been exhilarating in another sense with doing content every day. So when I get back into my normal schedule, I may be able to sleep a little better. You all have wonderful. Share this out to your friends, family, the haters. Thank you all for coming. And oh, hey, Annie. Yeah, that's a big no from you. Hey, yeah, she's moved beyond that. Thank you, Val. Hi. You all laying in the clouds there. I didn't even see your name scroll by me, but Thank you all for another wonderful Sussex Saturday. As I always say, be well, wear your mask, take care. Mwah. Bye, everybody.